Well, good day and welcome to you. It is April the 21st, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you happen to be. My name is Gary Willing, and as always, I want to welcome you to Search for Signs. And just point out, if you want to know more about this information, you can educate yourself better by checking out some of the links that I provided in the description portion of every one of these videos. So hopefully you'll look at that if you want to. If you don't worry about it. Now, I put up a video yesterday, and I addressed a comment that came my way from someone, and I wanted to read an article by Benjamin Creme's master at the end of that video, but it just got so long that I figured I would wait a day or so and then I would read just his article in another video. Now, typically what I do is I don't comment about or try to elaborate on what his master said. I think his articles pretty much are very self-explanatory, but I will say this. This is my only commentary about his articles. One, if you want to know more about who and what the masters are, what they stand for, what they mean for humanity, I definitely recommend checking out his articles that were published in Share International for decades. And you don't have to go buy a back subscription from Share International in order to do that. You don't even have to buy the book A Master Speaks, which is what I read from. You can actually just go to the Share International site and click on the tab to the left entitled The Articles by the Master and read these yourself. They're on a wide variety of topics. But the reason why I wanted to read this one is because so many people who think they know the plan and the agenda of these masters and what they mean for humanity, but they're totally off. And I'm not talking about people who know this information. I'm talking about the people who are really against this information, but really haven't taken the time to look at it. A lot of times they just read a title that I have of a video and they comment on the title, and when I question them whether or not they've actually taken the time to listen to what I had to say, they oftentimes will admit that they never even listened to what I had to say. So, but they're totally turned off, or they think they know exactly what I was talking about just based on a title. But if you listen to this article, and better yet, go to that website, Share International's website, and read this for yourself, I think you can get a really good sense of why the masters are coming back and what they mean for humanity. And this is just one perspective of it. But this master, whose name is not known at this moment in time, worked through Benjamin Creme for decades. And this was one of the ways that he helped to get the ideas and the purposes and the plans of the masters, Maitreya's priorities, out to the public, was working through Benjamin Creme in this way and having these articles published in Share International magazine. Quite extraordinary, very simple to read, but far better for you to read it yourself than for me to read it to you. But in the meantime, I'm just going to read this, and I'll end the video that way. Now, this article was entitled The Plan, and it was, again, written by Benjamin Creme's master in, I think, April of 89. Yeah, April of 1989. Step by step and stage by stage, humanity is achieving a degree of oneness. Each day that passes brings some new insight or event which underlies this process and shows conclusively that the plan is working out. The plan of which I speak embodies the purposes of the one we call God and focuses his intention for all the kingdoms of creation. No one can know in its entirety the manifold aspects of this blueprint of evolution. But the broad outlines, at least, have long been the concern and privileged service of the spiritual hierarchy under the leadership of the Christ. With the many aspects of this plan, they daily work, seeking to inspire through humanity its gradual fulfillment. The time has come for humanity to enter more deeply into a knowledge of the plan, and thus in full consciousness to evolve according to the will of God. Where man's will and God's will coincide, all proceeds normally and well. Where this congruence is absent, man is afflicted by all manner of ills, each of his own engendering. Thus it truly can be said that man creates his own destiny. His halters and fears are his own, his suffering self-made. Today the plan unfolds at an unprecedented rate. Miracles of change are occurring on a global scale, confounding the hopes of those who would forever enthrall the peoples and keep them submissive to a nefarious foe. New energies saturate the world, awakening man to new possibilities and relationships. New teachings and teachers present themselves to men, each in his own way illuminating a strand of the complex pattern of the plan. Thus does the plan proceed through mutation and change, bringing all gradually to the envisioned goal. Wherever men turn their eyes today, they can witness this happening. A paroxysm of change engulfs the world. The task of the watching brotherhood is to oversee these changes and contain them lawfully within the confines of the plan. Thus do the masters work, relating the plan to the possibilities presented by men. Each step towards synthesis taken by men gives opportunity for further unfoldment under law. Thus do men themselves control the progress of the plan. Entering our life today are forces altogether new, heralding a civilization based on brotherhood and love. These forces likewise herald the re-entry of the Christ into the midst of men, accepting the challenge as teacher for the new time. Working in full knowledge of the plan, his task is to take humanity in the direction of its ordained destiny, the fulfillment of the will of God for the perfection of all men. Thus today does the Christ work to accomplish his task as the great mediator, the representative and knower of God. Remember to take action and help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos.